where today we're jumping into a Loki, season 2, episode 1. Ooh, I like that. I'm ready to jump right into this. Season 1 was amazing, and now we're jumping into season 2. And I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot of making up for me that Marvel needs to do. Marvel needs to get it together, and I hope they start getting it together with this show. To tell you the truth, I don't think me personally liked any Marvel TV shows or even movies, I think, since like this new phase. I could be wrong. I really can't remember everything. I still haven't seen the Ant-Man movie. But I'm pretty sure that I just haven't been that much of a fan. And also, I'm not really looking forward to, I think that the next movie is The Marvels. It's coming out in November. It really hasn't piqued my interest at all. But I'm really hoping that this TV show at least does that. I also thought that Echo was supposed to be coming out this month or next month, but then I just read somewhere that it's coming out in January of next year. So I actually don't know what's going on and where all like the TV shows have been moved due to like the writing strike, the acting strike, etc. So who knows, but I'm ready to jump into this one and see what's gonna happen here, guys. If you'd like to see this in a full reaction, of course you can, from my entire platform. Here on this platform that will definitely copyright all my as well as my other platform, Patreon. So once again, please join one of those platforms to be able to see this in a full reaction today. Now, if you want to support the channel for free, of course you can. Please hit that like button, share, and don't forget to comment down below. I promise you, doing all three things does wonders for this video and does wonders for this channel. Now, without further ado, let's jump into a Loki and find out exactly what Loki has got to give.
It's me. I don't know you.
He's okay, guys. Don't worry.
Casey. Have we met each other? I got the intruder. What? Just a second ago, where you didn't know me, something terrible is happening. I'm being pulled from. It's always been there.
The crack? It's been there as long as I can remember.
Always in the past.
Chrono Bay 3? Loki?
Now the branches keep on growing and we tell the people of the TVA the truth about this place.
Everything you've been doing is wrong and all your gods are dead. How are people gonna take that?
Loki was just here looking for you.
Loki's here?
He was, and then he disappeared.
Oh, Lord.
You just saw him.
I did.
This minute's not working.
This one here. Is this on the sacred timeline? Jet skis, sea-doos.
You know, the funny thing about jet skis, everyone thinks that it's a personal watercraft, and it's actually a brand.
I don't care.
Why'd you ask?
With Renslayer missing, there's a new judges council. Judge Gamble would like to see you both in the war room.
Where is he?
The war room.
So we're answering to the Judges Council now?
Okay, they probably heard the rumors. What is that?
I don't know.
Mobius, I was just doing my job.
What do you mean, pruning me?
What's the mood like in there?
The Timekeepers didn't create you, they kidnapped you from the timeline and erased your memory.
We are doing this by the book and on the record.
We just need a moment to explain.
You are quite a marvel. You made a difference in this war. Thank you. For us. For all time.
Always.
I will be proud to lead with you.
And under whose authority did you make the call to stop pruning?
D90 testified that he went to the timeline and saw Renslayer's variant.
You had a life on the timeline. And so did you.
The timeline is branching. The sky hasn't fallen.
What sky are you looking at? Oh, the sky's falling, Mobius. This changes everything.
This changes nothing. What on earth are you suggesting?
Protect? Is that what you think we've been doing? We've been destroying. There are people with lives on those branches, but we have to take a moment to understand
We don't
what's
have
happening.
a moment.
You've made your position clear. All my life, I've always handed down the same verdict. Guilty.
Hard it is to turn your back on everything you've believed in. The TVA has to change, and it has to start now.
I can do anything. Stop pruning, effective immediately.
Mobius, we found him.
Who?
Him.
That's who built this place. That's who stole the Alliance. That's who's coming back.
I don't know. Come on, you keep me through a timeline.
The timekeepers are fake, but their warnings were real. We need to know what happened at the end of time. Find Sylvie.
Where's Sylvie?
I don't know, she's still there.
I wanted time to think. Slow down, Loki. You wanted time to think, so let's think.
We got to the man at the end of time, and he made sense. They're coming. They're all coming. You came to kill the devil.
I'd ask who won, but
It was a draw.
I was actively trying not to find her. I was trying to stop her. She was gonna kill him. I just realized, forget about it.
That is what we know. War, and it's on its way. Preservation of the sacred timeline. It was about preventing more of him. There was no simple choice. There was no other way. He built this place.
No, how would I not remember that?
Because he wiped your memories.
How did you just appear in there? No, there is no past. TVA time doesn't work
But
like
it
that.
does now because it's happening to me. Well, how does it look?
It looks, I mean, how does it feel? Let me call Miss Minutes. No. What?
You can't trust her. Mobius, I know you're trying to help me, but we should be dealing with a bigger problem here. I keep disappearing. We don't have time.
You just disappeared. I can't keep looking at it because it's
That bad. I can handle it.
How does it look? So you said had my memory wiped?
Yes, he remains.
Is that what you're calling him, or that's his name?
Taking me.
Sorry, it's a little off the beaten path. Actually, I'm not sure I've ever been in here.
Mobius! Wow! Great to see you again.
Ouroboros.
But he calls me Obi.
Yeah, I call him OB. Could it be 3 or 4?
400 years. Remember, you got off on the wrong floor and I told you it was the wrong floor?
Hey, how are the other guys doing?
What other guys?
What other guys? Oh, hold on, OB. Oh, okay.
The whoop is really powerful if I take a break. So I just keep at it.
You know about the timekeepers and... You know that?
Yeah.
You've seen that?
Yeah.
Can you fix that?
No. Do I know you?
Yes, in the future. Well, it's your future. My present.
Possible a time slip in the TVA?
But you just saw it happen.
Yeah. I'm having trouble reconciling that. A long time ago, he came to me complaining about time slipping. How did I not remember that?
So you remember. What did you tell him?
I told him that's impossible. Sure would be more convenient if we were having this conversation in the future and this were the past.
If it were possible to time slip in the TVA, how might
It's
one
not.
remedy?
Need a temporal aura extractor.
Do you have one of those?
I do not. One temporal aura extractor.
Great.
I actually do have an extractor here. To get to the temporal loom so the extractor can pull Loki directly out of the time stream. Too long in it, that kind of temporal energy will peel the skin right off you.
I violently rip myself from every thread of time and space. All at once.
That means prune yourself. So the hope is that after you prune yourself, the extractor will pull you into the present. Hey, Loki's back. Well, I guess you two are ready to go.
You'd rather be atomically disassembled and never reassembled
Then to
again.
have your skin ripped off? It's not the lamp. We're having power surges all through the TVA.
The timeline is branching now. I bet that's what's causing the power surges. The branching is overloading the temporal loop.
Temporal loop.
This piece just came off right here. Is that important? I think.
The loop is the heart of the TVA. It's where raw time is refined into physical timeline.
What?
It looks like a disaster.
It is a disaster. Miss Minutes took care of everything. I just ran diagnostics every few hundred years. I don't need to close the glass doors to protect the TVA. While I figured out how to retrofit it to handle all those branches. So it's now or never.
What?
Out there and launch an extractor which will pull Loki from the time stream before I need to close the glass doors. Stand by to prune yourself within moments after this turns green. If you're too late, you will be lost to time forever.
What are you doing? Where are you going? Silly, Doc. No! We have one shot at this.
I'll handle Docs.
I use this thing. I might not make it back.
Lord, what happens if that happens? He just wrote that though.
It's the future.
Get down the gangway, lock the temporal aura extractor into place, and hoover back in the moment I tell you to.
Is this cracked?
Mobius, I need to close the blast doors now. You have 30 seconds.
Ooh, child, 30 seconds is gonna be done.
Not yet! Give him more time!
Sorry.
No!
There's nothing you can do for him. He's lost to time. He's not going to make it. There you are.
Oh my goodness.
Where are they going? All this for Sylvie?
Oh my lord. Well. Ooh, I liked that. That was a very good episode, y'all. I was here for it. It was amazing. Start to effing finish. It was a lot for me to try to remember. You know what it is? Now that I'm a reactor, I bet you if I watched this show before I was a reactor, I'd probably remember everything that happened in the last season. But because there's so much content that I watch, like, on the weekly, I really couldn't remember where I was in the last season and all the emotions and feelings I was feeling by the ending of the last season. But even when it gave me a quick recap in the beginning of this episode, I still was like, yeah, but what was I feeling? What was going on at that time? But as we went through this whole episode, I started to remember all the characters and how much I was attached to these characters and how much I really do love Loki. So Loki, I guess, is not going to be pulled through time and space anymore. Because at the end he was pruned. But is it pruned? Like, pruned? I think it's pruned. But who did it? Because he was looking at Sylvie and then somebody did it to him. So that's very interesting. I actually like the new characters that we did see. I don't really remember some of these characters, like the TVA soldiers. I don't really remember them last season, but obviously they were there. And then the Obi, that guy, amazing. He's an amazing actor. And he had very good lines. He definitely brought like a comedic role to this episode. And like a comic relief, I should say. And also just a lot of knowledge and also a little bit more high stakes as well. I really liked how Loki was going back in time and then going back to present, and then he ended up in the future again. It just I think the biggest thing is the time stream, the time storyline that we're in right now is extremely complicated to most viewers. Even DC try to do it, and it's even in the comics, it's hard to wrap your mind around. Okay, I feel like people, like, there's so much trying to figure things out that people sometimes will clock in and clock out and be like, child, this is a whole job to try to figure out what streamline we're in, what time zone we're in. Are we in the past, the present? What is this? There's a lot. There's a lot that comes with this. But Loki, I feel like, will be able to set the course right, because so far they tried and it just wasn't working. I feel like I learned a lot more in just this 39 minutes of this episode dealing with the Time War, Time Stream, the TVA, than I did in the previous ones where we were introduced to it. So and also having Kang, I really want Kang. As I said, I didn't see Ant-Man, and I know he was in there, but this would be like my first like Kang. And I don't even think we're gonna get the actual Kang, I don't believe. I think this is another version of Kang that is gonna be in this, I think he's like a creator or something like that. It's gonna be in this season. So, but regardless, I'm looking forward to it. I would give this episode a 9. I think that it's, especially if you are a Loki fan, you're probably you're gonna love it. You're gonna Google to the gags, to the gigs. Don't ask me what these words mean. They just sounded good at the moment. You're going to love it. You're definitely going to love it. And I'm just a casual Loki fan, and I love the actor who plays Loki. So like, I just was in awe. So definitely, if you love Loki and if you love that actor and you loved the first season, this episode definitely will give you what you wanted. So I would give this episode once again a 9. I think it's extremely strong, and I really can't wait until we continue on the journey with Loki. So this is the part where I need to repeat what I said in my intro, because honestly, I need a place in animation somewhere. If you would like to support this channel for free, once again, please hit that like button, share, and don't forget to comment down below. And I'll see you guys next time with more Loki.